Can you hear me now? My dear students, can you hear me now? I don't know who has switched it off. It's a big question. So, the word for you to translate. Толкнуть дверь. No, not pull. I would like to see the whole word combination. Not pull the door, that's a mistake. Push the door, right, Igor? You are welcome. No, knock. We can't say knock the door. We can say knock on the door, but the meaning is different. It does not mean толкнуть дверь. To push the door, right, you are? Подоткнуть одеяло. Подоткнуть одеяло. Подоткнуть одеяло. I'm waiting for your answers. Подоткнуть одеяло. I'm waiting for you. Подоткнуть одеяло. No answers. Tuck. No, not tuck the blanket. Just tuck somebody in. Just tuck somebody in. The next word. Стучать в окно. Tuck in, not tuck the blanket. Tuck somebody in. Стучать в окно. No, not in. Not in. Not the window. Knock on the window, or another version, knock on or knock at. No. Knock on the window and no, Ilya. At the window, right, you are, Masha. Thank you very much. The next word. Твердое решение. Firm decision. Thank you, my dear students, and I would like you to have a look at the screen. Today we are going to revise some grammar, and this grammar is connected with the present perfect continuous. So, you can find all the information in Russian if you open your book at page 332. And also there is the information on the screen. And now I would like to explain some aspects of using this grammar tense while you are looking at the screen. So, what do we use the present perfect continuous for? We use the present perfect continuous tense for actions and situations that started in the past and still continue at the moment of speaking. For example, I have been working here for 6 months. Or, she has been working as a journalist for 3 months. For 3 years. We want to emphasize that this person has been working for a long time without So page 332. Have been working for a long time. Or we use the present perfect continuous for temporary actions over a period of time that has recently ended. But there are some evidence that this action has taken place. So, how is the present perfect continuous formed? It is formed with the help of the verb to be in the form of the present perfect have been or has been and participle one or the fourth form of the verb or the in form of the verb. For example, she has been reading an interesting article about celebrities for 2 hours. Or, I have been working in the garden for the whole morning. Just look at the table with questions and negative form. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm waiting for your questions. So have a look at the words that are often used with this grammar tense. For an hour, for a month, for a long time, since yesterday, since 5 o'clock, since morning, since she returned, lately, all my life, all this year, all day long, these 3 weeks, and other words can also be used with the present perfect continuous. Be very attentive. I would like you to read the information from this slide. You have 2 minutes to do that. Sometimes you have to look at the context to decide if the action has already been finished or not. For example, I have been working all morning and now I am going to watch TV. I have recently finished my work. Or, I have been working all morning and I have only done half of it. I haven't finished. I'm still working. So, context is very important when we speak about the present perfect continuous. Look at the screen. So, look at the ways we translate such sentences into Russian. Глаголы прошедшего времени несовершенного вида. I have been trying to find the hotel all day. Весь день я пытался найти эту гостиницу. Sorry, I am late. I have been talking on the phone. Извините, что опоздал. Я разговаривал по телефону. Excuse my appearance. I have been repairing my car. Извините за такой вид. Я чинил машину. Если в русском языке в предложении вы видите глагол совершенного вида, это значит, что present perfect continuous использовать нельзя. Я нашел гостиницу. I have found the hotel. Я прочитал книгу. I have read the book. Я читал книгу. I have been reading this book. Or you can say I have read this book. Both versions are possible here. Give your attention. You remember stative verbs to know, to understand, to like, to have, to love, to believe. She has been in Moscow for a week already. They have known them for ages. I would like you to translate these sentences from Russian into English. I am waiting for your answers. I am waiting for your answers. Sentence 1. Very good. Do not forget about the article the children. Thank you, Masha. No, the article there should be used with the word children, not with 20 minutes. So give a look to the second, third, and other sentences. I'm waiting for your answers. Do not forget that at the end of the lesson you will be given marks. No, Sonia. You are to use the present perfect continuous. Sonia, there is correct. No, Ksenia, there is a mistake. The verb for hours cannot be used here. Right, you are Masha. Sonia and Ksyusha, correct your mistakes. The sentence «Я знаю его с детства». I'm waiting for your answers. I have known him since I was a kid. Ksenia, good of you. No, Sonia, I know him since cannot be used. No, I have known him since. Звука не было, кто-то отключил. Звук. Через 3 минуты. I have known. He is tired because he has been working for 6 hours. Diana, I have known him. Do not forget to correct mistakes. Tired or exhausted. Both versions can be used here. To be exhausted means to be extremely tired. So here we can use both versions. We and child, we cannot use this form of the subject. I have been reading a book. Better to use I have been reading an interesting book and doing difficult exercises since morning. I have been reading an interesting book and doing difficult exercises since morning. I have been reading and doing. Yeah. So that's enough for this work. Thank you very much for your attention, and we are going back to our textbook. So I would like you to open your textbooks at page 110. Look at the table. Read and compare. Here we can see the two cases in which the present perfect continuous can be used. Процесс не завершен. Действие длилось какое-то время в прошлом и продолжается в момент речи. Процесс завершен. Действие только что закончилось. Есть видимое свидетельство того, что действие или процесс имели место. Nick has been writing his exercises for 2 hours. Nick пишет. Nick's hands are covered in ink. He has been writing. Nick писал. Olga has been painting her autumn landscape since 2 o'clock. Ольга рисует. There is paint on Olga's dress. She has been painting. Ольга рисовала. Mother is in the kitchen. She has been cooking all morning. Мама готовит. Mother looks tired. She has been cooking all morning. Мама готовила. Look at exercise 18. Please open the brackets and send your answers to the group. Exercise 18, page 110. 18, page 110. The exercise from your student's book. Why are my sister's eyes red? I'm waiting for your sentences. She has been crying, she has been working, right, yeah, Masha, thank you, Yegor, Masha, Ksyusha, that's good. Yegor, there is no need to use because at the beginning of the sentence. Try not to do this. You can continue. So I see because he has been working in the garden, right, you are. I can see that you are ready to get excellent marks at the end of the lesson. I'm waiting for your answers. It is not correct to start your sentence with because. When you are the students of the 11th form, you can even lose your scores for your composition because of this word at the beginning of the sentence. He has been making a pie. Very good. Thank you, Diana. And where is Hannah, I wonder? Why isn't she working? Right, you are. She has been running. Very good. I see. She has been sleeping. So if we speak about number 5, we can use both he or she, just because my cousin can be either a girl or a boy. He has been fighting. One more minute. So, my dear students, I would like you to have a look at the screen again. So, I have just realized that there is a mistake in the presentation. So here you can see here only the cases when the present perfect continuous is translated into Russian. Is translated into Russian прошедшим временем. It can happen only if the action is over. If the action is not over and is not finished, we can use present. We can use present tense. Such, for example, I have been trying to find the hotel. I have been looking for a hotel. Я ищу гостиницу. I have been talking on the phone for 2 hours. Я все еще разговариваю по телефону. Thank you very much. So I hope you are ready with the exercise. And now I would like you to open the page in your students' books and to give your attention to exercise 23. I would like you to have a look at the text about Alan Alexander Milne. Have you ever heard his name? Can you name any characters created by this author? So, I'm waiting for your answers. Put down the names of the characters created by this author. Winnie the Pooh, yeah. He is the most well-known character. So I will recite the text. Listen to me and follow me in your books. Alan Alexander Milne was born in London on the 18th of January 1882. His father was the headmaster of a small preparatory school. One of the teachers at the school was the famous writer E.G. Wells. Milne, the youngest of the family's three sons, went to Westminster School at the age of 11 and then went on to Cambridge to become a mathematician. But he never did. Instead, he became editor of the university journal, Granta, in which he published some of his light humorous poems. Then he went to London, hoping to earn his living as a writer. By and by, London magazines began to publish his witty works, and in 1905 he published his first book, a shilling paperback collection of humorous essays. Aged only 24, he was given a post of assistant editor of the famous magazine Punch at the salary of £5 a week, a lot of money at that time. In 1913, he married Dorothy D. Sellicott, Daphne to her friends, and the following year, when the war broke out, he joined the army. At the front line, he got ill and had to return home to London. The Milne's only child was born on August the 21st, 1920. Mrs. Milne had hoped for a girl to be called Rosemary. Instead, she presented her husband with a lovely fair-haired and adorable son, Christopher Robin. The Milnes bought him a teddy bear for his first birthday. The teddy bear was soon named Winnie after a real-life bear that lived at London Zoo. Alan Alexander Milne wrote a lot of poems for Christopher Robin and about him. Some of the poems became very popular songs. One rainy summer, Milne rented a house in the country. He took with him a pencil and an exercise book, and in 11 days wrote so many children's poems that they filled a book. It was published in 1924 under the name When We Were Very Young and sold 500,000 copies. In 1925, the Milnes bought a farm in Sussex, which they used for weekends away from London. From this old house, it was a short walk over a bridge into Ashdown Forest, where Christopher Robin and his teddy bear, now known by the name of Winnie the Pooh, or Pooh Bear, used to play. Each daily adventure in the forest gave Milne more material for his now famous book, Winnie the Pooh, published in 1926. The illustrations to it were done by Ernest Shepard, who visited the Milne family in their farmhouse and drew quite a few sketches of Christopher Robin with his bear, the bridge nearby where the two played Pooh sticks, and all the well-loved Pooh characters and places. Alan Alexander Milne's secret for success was that he could get inside the mind of a child. He used his storytelling talents to describe how one little boy so loved his teddy bear that for him at least the toy animal came alive. After the book Winnie the Pooh, Milne wrote other books of children's verses. Now We Are Six and The House at Pooh Corner, which sold to a waiting public in millions of copies. The four Pooh books and Milne's enjoyable play, Toad of Toad Hall, are still as popular today as they were many years ago when they were written. Christopher Milne He no longer uses his name Robin, spent 6 years in the army during the war. Then he ran a bookshop in Dartmouth until he retired to live in the countryside. What happened to Winnie the Pooh? Well, the bear was put into a glass case with all the other toy animals like Eeyore, the donkey and little piglet at the Mills house in London when Christopher went off to school in 1930. Then, when the war came, the toys were evacuated to America. Now they belong to some American publishing houses. So, I think it is quite interesting to learn more about the author of your favorite books. And I would like you to complete the task of section B. Please put down the letter of your answer. Put down your answers. Just the letter. I'm waiting for your answers. Section B, 1C. Very good. Thank you, Ksenia. You are right. No, number 2 is not B. So unfortunately, our lesson is over. You will find your homework in the register. No, 2 is not D. Thank you. Read the text again to find it out. You will have to do exercises 24 and 25 as well as exercise 21. Yeah, 2A. Exercises 21, 24 and 25. Do not forget to read the book, the text. Thank you very much. Our lesson is over. Goodbye.